Have you all heard of the broken bone theory?
What new theory about this time now?
Wait, I've never broken a bone though. Is that it?
That is the theory.
We can change that, but okay.
No.
Did the what?
I don't.
You
Please.
need to calm your violent tendencies.
I know, right? My brother will come beat you up.
They
brother
like
likes
on
me.
paraya hu.
Apne
I am sitting right here.
Sam would obviously beat you up. There's no question.
And
about
he's
it.
right next to me. Ricky
Yeah,
has
but
to
he's
come-
not going to.
She beats me anyways. How does it matter?
That sounds
I
like
have
us.
broken your bone.
Oh, she offering to give me a
Have you
break.
broken anyone's bone?
She gave you a cut in the bathroom, you know that much.
Yeah, but that,
I did
did
not.
not involve a bone.
Yeah. I don't know why, but I think I was a violent kid. I will get to the broken bone theory, but there was a story which I don't know how much my brother would like me saying it. But
I don't think he listens to this. So
yeah, that's true. But there was I will send him this part because he will be very proud that I've accepted this. But there was this part where we both were fighting a lot, okay, like normal siblings, but we were just very violent with
you
one
mean
another.
y'all don't fight now? Oh wow.
No, we don't fight now.
You
we
don't
actually-
talk now, so okay.
Yeah, I
we
know,
talk.
right?
We just don't. And now it's not as much arguments.
I don't think you'll talk as more like your network now.
True story. So this.
Oh, by the way, just sorry, a
Did
small
go.
segue. Her brother is famous on Instagram.
Oh yeah, he's become very famous now. His reel got like 1 million views.
Whoa.
2, 3,
No, now it has got 5 million views.
Yeah,
dude.
but
I will send you the reel.
We need to ask him to.
We can just replace Sam at this point.
No, we need to ask him to post our podcast on his story.
Yeah, that's true. Is in fact like all of his students, their reels and all, they're getting over 1 million views now.
Yeah.
was
तू
like,
क्या
dude,
कर रही हो उसकी बहन रह के? What is your
कुछ
point?
नहीं.
Maybe the clients Sam has that are listening to this are like, can we connect with your brother instead?
Actually,
maybe.
yeah.
But
Maybe
she
I
is
think-
getting her
I
expert
think-
guidance from there. So
I think the broken bone theory should turn to broken heart theory because that's what's happening to me right now.
hilarious.
But yeah, so
Theory.
the story, I'll tell the story once.
Okay.
So my brother and I were fighting, and this fight escalated so bad that I started throwing things at him, and I took a random spoon, okay, like that solid metal spoon, and I flung it at him, and it hit his ear, and he got a cut, and it was bleeding so badly.
Wow.
And this is not the worst part. The worst part is when my parents came home, they started shouting at him.
What the hell?
A fellow. Wait. Where were you all fighting? In the hall?
We were fighting in the hall, so I was in the passage.
So she was fighting in the hall. She ran to the kitchen to bring a spoon and was like, fuck you.
Yeah, and the thing is, it hit him exactly on his earlobe. So his whole earlobe got cut.
But
and
why
was
was he
bleeding.
getting yelled at?
I don't know. He was not the favorite child initially.
That is not fun to hear.
Yeah, but now he is.
That is good to hear.
Uh,
Yeah,
Is he?
I don't know. So that's the thing, right? So that was one funny story. So he has broken a bone by
That's
this.
not a funny story. It just makes me feel sad
funny
for him.
For Sam, not very funny for her brother.
Now it is funny for him. So now you know why he doesn't like me.
I don't think that was why he didn't like you. I think, 19th of May, 1998, he just decided there's this human that has just been born. I don't like her.
I was adorable, okay? So anyways, I'll come back to the
I
theory.
like how she didn't allow any of us to agree or disagree on that.
Because I
She
know what
just
it
moved
is. Because I know what the answer is going to be, and it's just going to escalate to y'all just making fun of me, which has already been maybe 3-4 minutes of this podcast so far.
Hilarious.
So, the broken bone theory suggests that for those people who haven't broken their bones, right, are kind of protected spiritually by this guardian angel or whatever you want to call it, or this spiritual thing. Basically a higher power, okay, and which is one of the reasons they haven't broken a bone, but that they suffer or they will go through or have gone through a lot more emotional and mental issues, or vulnerabilities, or they face a lot more emotionally and mentally compared to especially if they've not broken a bone.
Compared to someone who's broken a bone?
Yeah.
Okay, Ryan. I have 2 questions. Have you broken a bone?
Yes.
You have?
Yes.
Which one?
This.
Yeah, our
For
listeners can't hear
people-
this.
Sorry, my bad. So I've got a dislocated elbow. It's elbow. Yeah, it's an
Yeah.
elbow. I've got a broken wrist. No, sorry, wrist. What's the part in the elbow and the wrist?
Forearm?
Forearm. Thank you. And a
You
broken.
sound so professional.
Yeah.
I got a forearm and I got a wrist.
And I've
For
got
sure
a
you said
broken
forearm.
thing between my knee and my
So
ankle.
wait, so it's broken right.
Broken and cracked and
Fixed.
So now it's fixed, right?
of course it's
Obviously
fixed. I've been
it's
walking.
fixed.
I'm just kind of
What kind of lady is
No,
this?
because he said I have broken. It is. And I was like, is it still broken?
Sam was just like past continuous, present continuous, future continuous tense here.
So yeah, elbow, forearm, and whatever you call between the knee and the ankle.
Shin.
Shin?
Thank
no.
you. No.
Shin?
Shin is the front part.
Ah,
This is the
okay.
calf.
So the part between the shin and the calf.
Oh, your whole
What?
leg basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
What is between the shin and the calf?
Are didi, your whole leg. Hut. आगे बढ़.
The part of the leg that is in the thigh and the foot.
Okay, thanks. Rach, have you broken a bone?
No, but I've had a lot of emotional problems in life.
Yeah, even
That
I
kind
have.
of supports her theory, but
Yeah,
okay.
like-
Which is
even
why
I
I
have not
wanted to
broken a
ask
bone.
you. But so have you had any so if a person has broken a bone, that means they have suffered less emotional, mental stress and problems like that?
What?
Like you said, your broken bone theory says that if you're not broken a bone, they are generally have more emotional
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
mental.
yeah.
So would you say you've had less emotional and mental problems than, let's say, me? Because I've never broken a bone.
Um,
From all
Depends.
that you know about me.
yeah, it depends on. I don't think emotional pain is something that just can simply be compared, because everybody feels emotional pain at a different level.
Correct.
So it depends on what your past is and everything. So I don't think it's a. I don't think I can compare. I
No,
mean,
but
have I
like-
faced the loss of a loved one? Yes. What else can be put in Spain? Have I faced breakups?
Breakups.
Yes. What else do we got? What else can be validated?
The fact that your the sadness scale is like lesser, or like you have to think so much for it. Rach and I'll be like this.
no, so that's
I'm
the
not
point, right?
comparing
I'm
again.
saying, what do we consider as emotional pain, or what do we look at practically and be like,
How
this
about
is just a
something
pass
like-
of
I think you're
part
too logical for this question.
Possible.
He's going
like
into the-
practicality.
Yeah.
Aja pehle.
He's
breaking.
No, he's bringing in the practicality on an emotional question.
Exactly. See, that is why I said I cannot
Okay,
compare
let's
it.
make him ask. Let's ask him. Let's make him ask us. Let's ask him an emotional question.
I don't have any.
Okay, what was the last emotional pain that you suffered? If you want to
share
tell
it,
us,
yeah.
No, that's why I'm saying what comes as
What
emotional
do you
What
pain.
do you
Consider.
consider as?
Technically nothing at this point. I'm like, loss of a loved one, that's the biggest emotional pain. उसके आगे क्या ही है?
Okay, so it's not like okay, so your scale of emotional pain is like from nothing to loss of a loved one.
Again,
from
I
0
do
to
not
100.
consider that as an emotional pain again, because I'm practical about it. I'm like, everybody has to die at some point. So what is emotional pain?
You
what
tell
What do you
us.
consider
Yeah.
as emotional?
I do not consider. See, the worst emotional pain is going to, for me, is going to be the loss of loyalty of someone. For example, if you trust someone and they break your trust, that is the loss. That is the biggest emotional pain I can say.
Have you faced that?
I have, but the sad, logical, however you want to say about it, you can see it as a sad standpoint that at this point, I have considered that everybody is going to break your trust eventually and brought it into practicality. So you can say that is a sad part of emotionality, or you can say that is so horrible in the emotional level that you don't have that emotional pain anymore. So it depends on how you're viewing it.
I think it's the second. So my therapist, right, she actually did say something like this, because when she asked me, so when certain events happened with me in my life, and I said like I didn't feel anything towards this, and generally something like this would evoke a very strong emotional response in you, and I was like, yeah, I didn't really feel much about it because I kind of expected that at this point. So she was like, maybe it is your, so basically you're protected a lot from your I don't know if I'll be the best person to phrase this, but basically you protect yourself a lot, right? So the part of you that's very rational and that's very mature, I would say, protects the little child in you, or protects the person who's more vulnerable in you, and will shield you from the things that would hurt you.
Exactly. Now I come to this point that your past emotional trauma has been so horrible
Yeah.
that this part had to develop and reach that standpoint.
Yeah.
So are you going to say that people who are now practical have faced the worst emotional trauma? Can you really compare it?
No, so I think, okay, so from what both of y'all have said, right, there's one very, I feel like, clear difference between the two of y'all, is that you have, after facing the loss of an emotional person, of an emotional, the loss of a loved one, you have like to a certain extent tagged it as the worst emotional pain, or rather, the the loss of a loyalty. Okay, as a last or the highest level of emotional pain that you. I feel like you are now anything else you face after this, no, you're just going to be like, nah, this is the highest point of pain that I have suffered, and nothing is going to match up to this. This is what I get off from you. Whereas what Sam is saying, right, and I honestly resonate a little bit more with that, is that every pain, emotional pain, okay, loss of a loved one, financial loss, for me it's kind of emotional in a way, and a lot of other things, I don't like put them on a scale. It's not like from no pain to death of my mom. No, that's not my scale. It's more like of a circle, and everything is in that, or there's this whole cloud of thing and everything comes under that.
Yeah.
Also, I think that I feel emotionally a lot more than maybe Sam does. Like, I am more or less, I think, I don't know if I am or not, but I'm very open with my emotions, or rather it will be on my face about how I feel. So
Yeah.
coming back to her broken bone theory, I don't really think that just because I've not broken a bone, I mean, I would like to want to agree that there is someone spiritual or something higher, or some presence that's shielding me from things, but maybe like shield me from other emotional problems more than the broken bone, I guess, because that will cover under insurance. The emotional part is not. So I don't really agree with your broken bone theory as much.
Or just saying, even I don't think this theory is very. It's not.
It doesn't have a
scientifically-
lot of
No, there's nothing concrete about it. I think it was just there on TikTok, and then it came on my Instagram feed. But I don't agree with this theory either, because I mean, first of all, there's no scientific proof for it. Okay. Second of all,
how would you even find
yeah, you
scientific?
can't.
Yeah.
Plus, the idea that just because you've broken a bone, you don't face as much emotional or mental trauma, or emotion as compared to someone who's not broken a bone, doesn't make sense to me.
Also, just imagine this. Maybe the bone that they're talking about, and I'm moving into the little light-hearted part of the conversation. Imagine the bone that they're talking about is just the neck bone, and the reason they don't feel anything because they're dead.
Did she say she's moving into the lighter part of this segment? She just
I'm
went.
at a loss for words.
She went from a 0 to 100.
No, I mean, that's why maybe I'm like just thinking scientifically.
There is no
why they
scientifically
don't-
in this.
That is why they don't feel anything more, because they're dead, bro.
To anyone listening, when Rach said she feels more emotions, it's these emotions. I'm not
Okay.
sure which is better,
Okay.
to not
So
feel or to
maybe-
feel this.
Maybe I am just I don't know, I've been in that situation so much that it's like a normal part of my day, and I like to find lightheartedness and everything. Maybe it's just me.
This is
doing-
lightheartedness?
It is called dark humor.
Yeah, I know dark humor.
And y'all both laughed, okay? So see, Ryan's still laughing.
I laughed at the part that this was supposed to be a light-hearted humor.
Yeah, and I was waiting. I was intently listening. Okay, now where is she going to take this segment? She just died. She just made it die.
So do you mean the segment died? Because
I
the
had
segment
no
didn't
clue
have a
what-
bone.
What?
Okay, bringing this back, I think the point of view from which the statement was made was from the statement of protected people. Protected people in the sense, overprotective parents who have made sure that their children don't have to face this kind of problem. For example, people who have like bubble wrapped all the corners of their house when the kid was a kid.
What do you think about that, actually?
The bubble wrap bit? Yeah, I would
It's
also
something I would
it.
do to my house.
I would also do it.
Because I've bumped
I'm
my
not
head enough
doing it.
times.
Also Sam says this quite a lot, that I wouldn't do this and I wouldn't do that.
And she
I
was the
wouldn't-
first person to
She'll
do
be
it.
the first one to do it. She will come and bubble wrap my house for me when I will have a kid. I'm not even kidding. Because then she's going to think about it like this. And I know exactly her thought process. The kid is going to get hurt, and then I'm going to have to take the kid to the doctor, or I'm going to do first aid, but I don't know how to do first aid. I
I know how to do first aid.
First aid. Okay, I know how to do first aid, but oh my god, I need to keep all the saman in the house. Which doctor am I going to get at this time of day? Is this doctor going to be... This is going to be a thought process. And then in the end,
You
she'll
know
be like,
what?
maybe I should call Nikhil. That would be the last thought, by the way. Not the first or the second, the last one. Mind you. So she says all of this, but she will be the first one to bubble wrap. Also, I am coming to your point.
Wait, I have something else to
Oh,
involve.
sorry.
So, I don't know, like, I don't think we've experienced this as much, but I feel like, I overthink a lot, right? Like, we already know this, but I think
I think
when
that's your personality at this
yeah,
point.
that is something even my brother makes fun of me, like, your personality is you're anxious. So anyway, so when it comes to the situation, right, like if something happens and like we need to act on that, I feel like I am the person who acts, like just acts in general, like I'll be like, okay, we need to do this and we can get things done, whereas Rach is a little bit more like she, if it's someone very close to her, right, her general this is she goes into shock and it takes her like a bit to come back to the situation. So until like she comes back to the situation, I know I take over and I'm like, okay, I will figure this out. And then once she takes over it, then I have to like make sure she's fine, because she generally shuts off like emotionally and she's like, okay, I need to protect this person right now in front of me and I will not think about myself. So that's when I know I have to take care of her while she takes care of the other person. So I overthink when the situation is not even happening, but when the situation happens, I act first and I will think later. Whereas she thinks first and acts later, but otherwise she's the one to be like, I will just do this.
So my brother, so once what happened was I was telling him about a problem or something, and he's like, no, but you can just do that. I was like, I know what I can do. I just need to cry and stress out about it for like maybe half an hour before I act about it. So the rational part of my brain, right?
Knows.
And I feel like this is happening at the back end. My brain is like, okay, you stress. We are coming up with a plan in the meantime, okay? So also, I was just telling Adi this today only about, when I'm in a situation like this, right? And I have to cry it out or stress it out. I stress it out, and then there's a switch that flips, okay? And I legit call it a switch flip for me, because that's how I feel. It's a switch that flips, and immediately, right, I see like there's a whole clear path, and this is how it needs to be done. I have like step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4 already lined out in my mind, and I have already delegated responsibilities to other things, and then I'm like, okay. So this is not light-hearted, but this is maybe a little sad part, is when my mom passed away also. This is what happened, is that a lot of people were like, coming up to me and telling me, you need to sit down, you need to cry, you need to do this. But in my mind, I was like, my brother was still not here and he was coming down, okay? My sister's at home, Ria was with my sister, she didn't know yet, okay? And I had to get all of these formalities and things started off, right? And a few of our relatives started coming, and I was, now I laugh about it, but that day I was definitely not, because every second person came up to me. I was standing outside the ICU. Every second person came up to me and they were like, come, sit down. No, I think you need to sit down. No, I think you need to. Every second person, literally after every 10 minutes, asked me to sit. I got so pissed off at this point. I yelled at her. I was like, if anyone asks me to sit down right now, I will take you and I will throw you out of the hospital. I do not care, because my switch flipped and I was like, I cannot be emotional right now, till one of my work colleagues came and he was like, Rachel, you're not going to get this time, you should maybe sit down next to her, see how you feel. And that is when I actually sat down and I cried my heart out, by the way. That is when I had to like switch my flip my switch back on and be like, okay, wait, something really crazy has happened to you and you need to like acknowledge this right now or you're going to regret it. So yeah, that was honestly, that's how my brain works, and that was when I realized that this is how my brain works. Up until that point, I should just do it very, I think, subconsciously, I guess. I was going to say unconsciously. Subconsciously. But that's when I realized, okay, wait, the brain is a very weird thing,
It's amazing, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's just wild to think about it.
What was something else you were going to say after this?
I don't remember, actually. I think I was just going to ask another question or something.
Okay.
I can't recollect right now. What was the conversation at that point?
I don't know.
That protected people feel emotions more because they aren't exposed to enough problems.
So, I have a question about that also. And this is, I think, just about a parenting style, maybe question. Is that, so Sam and I have been brought up in a little different manner, okay? And that shows
very evidently,
okay? Like, when I was a kid, right, my mom used to just like, you go bring this, you go do this, you go do that and all, and she used to like just send me by the bus like हाँ you'll do everything and you'll come back, okay. And she should be like हाँ जा ATM वगैरह से withdraw वगैरह करके you get the money home and all, okay. And she's like, if something happens, not like something dire happens, but if you are in a position where you need to make a decision, you make it and you come back, okay. So I think that's how I developed my thoda street smartness a little bit. Whereas I think Sam, because her parents used to not allow her to go out as much, like in that solo space, not like out of the house go, but in a solo capacity, like oh you know you go buy the vegetables or go do this or go do that. Sam has built a very like
Sheltered.
yeah, very bubble this, you know, that oh I need, like she gets anxious. I feel that is the reason why she gets anxious so much.
It is.
Because you know.
So I've had a very sheltered upbringing, I would say. Like I'm very grateful because like I'm safe, but at the same time it has caused a lot of anxiety. But it's not specifically because I've been sheltered, but also because I've been told you can't do it, or like we don't. The factor of trust comes in, right? So like I'm not sure you'll be able to do it. So when you tell someone so much that we're not sure if you can do it, they believe that I can't do it.
Yeah.
Right. So it is that factor. And so like right now, whenever we have to travel, I need Rach to drop me to the station. Like as if I'm traveling far, like if I'm going somewhere to Ahmedabad or out of state, anywhere.
Not like every time she has to catch a train, in case someone was wondering.
So anytime I go somewhere, right, she'll generally drop me, whether it's to the airport, whether it's to a station and all. So the first time I traveled alone by plane, I think was last year. And I know it's a luxury. Again, I know that not everyone gets a chance to travel by plane. Like I'm just saying. So even that idea, like I had to travel alone and she can't come to the plane and drop me inside the plane, caused such bad anxiety. Like I remember this one time I was supposed to go on a trip with my friends, and my friend who was supposed to travel with me, he was really sick. And at that point, at that time, the person I was not ready to travel alone. This was just a few months before I traveled alone. And I was so anxious. I remember calling up Rach and crying. And I was like, I'm not ready for this. I am so anxious. I'm so scared. Like, I had to get down from the metro because I was visibly shaking. I was that anxious. Like, my anxiety gets that severe. Like, imagine not like having that kind of an emotional response to just traveling. It might seem very petty or stupid to someone who generally travels a lot at this point, but it was that anxiety provoking. Like even recently when I went traveling, I was constantly overthinking until I was like, what if something has to happen, the train breaks down, something, I will figure it out. So it's that kind of ideology that I think you develop over time after just figuring out, like like she said, like you make a decision and then see whatever happens. Like you need to figure stuff out. I don't know how we ended up reaching from the broken bone theory to here.
Yeah.
But
also, this reminds me of a very funny thing I did for Sam once. I remember she was traveling somewhere and I was catching a flight before her, not like on the same day, like just 1-2 months before. And I sent her a voice note of my whole step-by-step process of literally from the minute I entered the airport all the way till I sat in the plane, like what all happened with me.
Yeah.
So that she was like ready. So that's how she does, and I honestly find that very funny.
It's very cute and very funny. I don't know what I'm going to do if I have to travel out of this state and I have to live somewhere else, because I've gotten so acclimated to like oh, I get down here, I can do this, because other places they don't have. I realized this recently when I traveled that the rickshaws don't have the meter system. It's not very strict in other states, right? And I am like, bro, no, I am so used to the meter in Mumbai that I am like, I don't know what nahi hoga mere se bhai, but
I think you get used to that as well after a point.
Maybe.
Honestly it does.
I mean, first times you are going to be nervous, but do it 2-3 times you're going to be like, okay, he says 200, you say 150.
It's like buying vegetables. Now
It's
you can just go
negotiation.
bargain with the...
Now I go.
Hey, I can't, that being said, I can't bargain with the vegetable vendors here. I just tell them, okay, aur do free ka dal do, and I go away.
I mean, that is bargaining. You got free custard.
Yeah, but then if you look at how my mom does it, she's like, he'll say $100 for this 1 kilo, she'll say 50 rupees mein dena hai to do, nahi to mat do. I'm like,
bro, I find
how?
that
How?
I find that fascinating, okay? That your moms will say like, तुमको देना है तो दो, नहीं तो मैं जा रहा, and they start walking up, and I'm like, but you want it, it's not there, and then the shopkeeper comes, हाँ madam ले लो, like,
But dude, I have done that.
Confidence
It has happened only once with me. I don't know how. I don't know how I did it. I wish I remembered it, but I do not remember it anymore. We were at church. We went to Bandra and we were at hill station. Okay, I wish. Okay, I'm making many actions over here, but we were at a hill station. I mean, I'm very excited right now. So we were at hill station. Okay, and my friend wanted this pair of shoes, and this fellow said it is 600. I looked at him. I was like, "तू किसको चूतिया बना रहा है?" I literally asked him, "तू किस?" Sorry, I'm like, "तू किसको चूतिया बना रहा है?" Okay.
She said sorry to the same word.
I was like, yeah, 250 में दे दो, because it was worth 250. It was not worth more than that, okay? And he's like, नहीं ये इतना कम में कैसे देंगे ये वो करके 5 minutes तक. I was like, you're giving me this on 250 or you're not. Otherwise, we are going. यहाँ पे 50 shops है, हम वहाँ पे जाके ले लेंगे. And I was like, that'll be better quality than this.
Better quality.
Shut up, I'm excited. Wait. Shut up, I'm excited. Wait. And then after that, my friend was just there like, bhai, he's not going to give to chal. I'm like, no, we will go and search somewhere else. And I hate shopping. I hate shopping with a passion. And the fact that I said this, I was adamant that I'm not going to take it in 600 rupees. And this fellow gave it in 250. Why? Because I walked away like, madam, aap aake le lo. 250 mein. And I was so proud of myself.
She was
I
so
cannot
proud
even
that
tell
she
you.
blocked out the memory only.
And
She
now
was like, I can't be too happy. I can't have too happy memories.
Arey no,
from
so
me.
then now when I go to buy vegetables, this fellow will give like it is 60 rupees. I'm like, bhai, इतना क्यों ले रहे हो something. I'm like, नहीं. I'm like, थोड़ा सा कम. He'll give me 10 rupees less. I become happy. I'm like, okay, fine, I take it and go.
Maybe he looks at you and he's like, I'll increase it by 10, and so she decreases it by 10.
Imagine if I pay that much.
They do. No. Like sometimes even I will, if sometimes I like something but I don't have the money to buy it, I'll say an absurdly low rate, and sometimes they actually agree, and I'm like,
मेरे से उतना नहीं होता है भाई.
No, I genuinely say an absurdly low rate because I'm like, हाँ इतना low तो आएगा ही नहीं, so he will not sell, I will not buy, my money is saved, but then he ends up selling sometimes.
तो तेरा पैसा गया.
हाँ. But at least I got the price. So guys, let us know if you've ever had some very weird bargaining stories, or have you ever broken a bone? Do you believe in the broken bone theory? Let us know in the comments. Also, do remember at 100 subscribers, we have something really special lined up for you. So subscribe, comment and share with everyone. Bye.
Bye.